Alright guys, this is Camera from Dreamland. I just wanted to shoot a quick video here to show you how to install the content for Movie Maker DAZ Studio 4.6. There are two parts. One is the main plugin, and when you unzip the main plugin you're gonna see a folder similar to this. And the other part is installing the Movie Maker background packs, and I'm gonna show you an example here with the one called Prism Block Night. Actually it should be night here, not day. So I'm going to start with the simple one, which is the background packs. Installing the background packs is divided into two steps. Step number one is moving the textures associated with that pack, and the second part is installing the resource file or data file that co-works with Movie Maker and makes it work with those backgrounds. Each part has a unique location, and I'm gonna do this for PC, and I'm gonna then provide an additional either video or a small PDF or a small text file showing the corresponding locations on the Mac. But if you are on a Mac and you're familiar with how to install DAZ prior to this video, then you're gonna just follow along just nicely. Pretty no-brainer, right? I'm gonna locate my main drive and double click on that. Inside the C drive you're gonna see, or whatever location you have, you're gonna see two program folders, or one depending on what system you have. In this particular case I'm on a PC Vista and it's a 64-bit machine, but if you're on a 32-bit machine, the first step you're gonna do to install the background packs is install the resource file or data file, and you do that by locating the main DAZ Studio 4 installation. As you can see on the background pack here, you can see that it says DAZ Studio 4, right? So right now I'm installing on a 64-bit system, which is the program folder. If you are on a 32-bit system, it's going to be program x86. So I'm going to open this one and scroll down to DAZ 3D. Now clicking there, you're gonna see it's, I'm gonna just keep this window as small as I need to show you only the stuff you need to see to not confuse you. It says Carrera 8, Content Management Service, DAZ Studio 3, DAZ Studio 4. And if you look here, it says DAZ Studio 4, right? So I'm gonna open that. And inside here, you've got a folder called Resources, right? I click on that, and in here you can just open it up a little bit more. You got some folders. One of them is called Dreamlight, and in here you got another one called Movie Maker, and this is where Movie Maker stores its background pack data files, the one that co-work with Movie Maker. So for now I'm gonna close this window here with the main plugin installation to not confuse you. This window on the right side now is the PC, my hard drive, the main installation, right? And this one on the left is the unzipped folder from the Prism Block background pack. So I'm gonna open the same folder, which is DAZ Studio 4, Resources, Dreamlight, Movie Maker, and here it is. On a PC you can just simply drag and drop, then it's gonna just install that here and it's done. If you are on a Mac, I'm not sure if that's updated or not, but I recall at some point Macs, when you did this on a Mac, it completely wiped out everything on this side and it was just a single, like a duplication. You don't want that to happen. So if you are familiar with Mac, please use whatever works, like copy and paste or whatever you need to do. Or if you're not familiar with that, then please read your manual on how to install. Alright, excellent. So now we have installed part 1 of the background package. So we're gonna go back now to the base, which again has two folders, the DAZ Studio 4 and My Library. So I'm gonna close this one because we are done with it. And now locate my library. Usually on a PC that's under My Documents. It can also be called Documents or whatever that is, the case on your system. Now you have inside the Documents folder, you have and usually that is located by clicking on the Start button, and then you have just a menu there that says My Documents. Inside that folder you have DAZ 3D. You click there, and once again you are presented with some special options. You want to scroll down to the one called Studio, not Studio 4 but Studio. Go in there. Now it says My Library. Another way of installing content is simply copying this one by right clicking and choosing copy, then going here to the white field on my hard drive, right clicking and choosing paste. That would take the content, the files within the My Library here from the zip file, and just simply copy it here. For instance, you would go here, right click on that, choose copy, right? It says copy here. I'm not gonna do this right now. Then do not click here, but just on the white field and right click here, and it's gonna say paste, which is just right here. Now the other way of installing this is simply opening this. It says Runtime, Textures, Dreamlight, Movie Maker, and there you have Prism Block. So you locate the same folder, which is the Movie Maker one. So My Library, alright, then we got Runtime. Need to follow the exact same path. After Runtime we got Textures, then we got Dreamlight, and we got Movie Maker, which is here. Now in here is a list of all my installed background packages. So you would take that Prism Block and again drag and drop. I already have it installed, but that's the way to do it. You'll release it here and it would just say it already is present. Do you want to overwrite? Yes. And if you overwrite it, you're then gonna be asked for the files within, and just click here to repeat on all files. Click on yes to move and replace. Then it says there is more stuff that is exactly the same. You do the same thing and just move and replace. This is the Vista thing of doing things. And now it's moving the files. Done. So that is installing background packages. 2 steps: the data file, which is under resources on your main DAZ Studio 4 installation, and then the background packages, the backgrounds themselves, which are installed in the My Documents, My Library. Right, so let's move on to the other one, shall we? So let's close this one. This is the zip file. We no longer need it. We no longer need the My Library folder either, so I'm gonna just close it. Alright, so I'm gonna move the unzipped version of the main plugin, which is something, it's gonna look something similar to this. It has several components. Do not worry about it. First of all, you got a user guide in here. It's a PDF file. You also have a text file with additional features of the new DAZ Studio 4.6 version of it. Now, the first part you see is the Mac 32, Mac 64, and the corresponding Win32, Win64. That is the plugin itself. If you open one of them, it's gonna say plugin, and within it's the DLL file. So these 4, the Mac 32 and the Win32 and 64 and Mac 64, these are pretty much the same thing, and then just gonna install one on your particular system. The user guide you don't need to install anywhere. And then basically you have a few things here called resources, and those are not the same resources as you have in the My Library. These are resources for the main DAZ Studio 4 installation. I'm going to show that in just a moment. script shaders and you know all that is all gonna be installed in the same place. So let me move this to the left side again. This is the zip file, and on the right side I'm gonna bring up my hard drive. And again, for this particular video, because I'm having a 64-bit version of Windows, I'm under Program, C Program, then it's DAZ 3D. In here, I'm gonna locate DAZ Studio 4. So this differs. This is the main installation folder of DAZ Studio 4. Go in here, and now you see some familiar faces, right? You got the resources, you got the plugins, you got the scripts. And basically what you do now is do it step by step. And I'm gonna go back to this my library folder here in just a moment. These are sort of sample images. I'm gonna go back to that in just a moment. Don't worry about that just yet. Okay, so let's start with the plugin itself. We are on a Windows 64-bit machine, so I'm gonna open that up. It says plugin and it says DLL, so I'm gonna go in here on my hard drive, open, and in here I've got plenty of plugins installed, and one of them is already installed, and it's called Movie Maker DLL, right? So I'm going to just drag it and drop it here, and that's it. I'm not going to do that right now, but that's the procedure. So the plugin is done. That's step 1 of 4. I'm going to go back on my hard drive to where I see resources, scripts, and shaders. Now I'm going to take all these 3, resources, scripts, and shaders, right click, choose copy. I'm going to go over here, expand this window just a little bit. This is my hard drive window. Right click here and choose paste on all 3 of them. So then you don't need to worry about, you know, the subfolders within, because sometimes when you go into resources there is some additional folders in here. If you go into scripts, there is some additional folders here, for instance support, then it's Dreamlight. You don't need to worry about that stuff. Just simply copy and paste those 3, and that is it. You're installed, ready to rock and roll. Now I promise going back to that additional my library folder here. With the main plugin, you have a few backgrounds that are supplied for free. These are to be installed in the My Library under your documents. Remember that. So basically, you're just done to fire up Movie Maker. And now when inside, you're gonna simply see here and go to Window, Panes, scroll down all the way to Movie Maker and bring it up. Now when you have this open like that, you can always click up here and choose Make Pane Undockable. So it's always going to be on top, so it's, you know, because otherwise if you move it along or away, if you slide away, it might just dock with the rest of the environment. So we just installed the night version. I'm going to just click here, double click, and that loads the Movie Maker. You instantly have the camera loaded. You can just load your props or characters, and you got all those nodes, and everything is you know, explained in the user guide, and also going to do some additional videos later on. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll enjoy Movie Maker, and I'll see you next time.